Imagine a world where death walks in daylight, where entire cities fall silent overnight. And in the middle of that darkness, one knight refuses to hide. This is the story of Sir Thomas de Vere, the man who faced the Black Death not with a sword, but with courage. In the year 1348, Europe was dying. The Black Death, a plague so deadly it wiped out half the continent, turned bustling towns into graveyards. People fled their homes, priests abandoned churches, and even kings locked themselves away. But in a small English village, a knight named Thomas stayed. He had sworn an oath, not just to fight wars, but to protect the weak. When the plague reached his lands, his soldiers begged him to escape. But Thomas looked at the frightened faces of the poor, the sick, the children, and said, "If I run, who will stand for them?" Day after day, he carried the dying to shelter, buried the dead with his own hands, and brought food to those no one else would touch. He wore armor not for battle, but to hide the trembling of a man fighting fear itself. As the disease spread, he grew weaker, coughing, shivering, but he never stopped. They say that when the village doctor fled, Thomas took his place. He boiled herbs, prayed over the dying, and whispered, "Even if I fall, they must live." And one night, he did fall, but not in war, in service. The morning after, the villagers found him in the chapel, kneeling, head bowed, sword in hand, as if he'd stood guard until his final breath. Years later, when the plague was gone, the villagers built a statue in his memory, not of a conqueror, but of a man who stood unbroken when the world gave up. Because true knighthood isn't about killing dragons. It's about facing the darkness when no one else will. If this story moved you, don't let it end here, share it. Because somewhere out there, someone needs to be reminded that even in the darkest times, courage can still shine.